And Felix TC started about a year and a half ago speedrunning. September. And September for ALTTP. So not too long ago, learning this game recently-ish. And they are off. Wonder if we're gonna see. I wonder how much of this we're gonna see as pumping. Felix actually just got a PB just before this stream. Literally the run leading into this. I see a little bit of pumping for Felix, at least. So I guess I'll go into pumping, but since they're besides pumping, there isn't much that goes on in this first part of the game. Pumping is a technique when you are moving north or west. And what you have to do is when you're moving north and west, you basically mash. If you're moving north, you can mash right or left. If you're moving west, then you mash up or down. And pumping is right there. Luckily, it is there's commands things to help a sore kin. And we're just moving down. So there's a lot of ways to kill this first guard here. You can do a spin like Solidus did. You can do 3 slashes even, which I found is pretty quick. It's not, I think the most optimal is similar to how Solidus did it. There's quite a few ways though. Another cute little small time save Solidus did by starting the charge up for his sword. And Felix using the attraction method by making a noise, grabbing the boomerang, which isn't required for anything, but saves actually a significant amount of time when used correctly in this run. It's quite the useful tool. And interesting thing, if you've been wondering why they skipped Lint's house's chest, which you usually get the lamp from, well, the reason is because the lamp can appear in 3 different spots. It can appear in the chest in Uncle's drop down, it can appear in Zelda's chest and Lint's house. Depends on where you pick it up from. Once you picked it up, it is 5 rupees otherwise. Just making their way through this section of the game. And this part is really just straight up movement. You can really tell how the movement differences between runners by the escape. It's such a short section, but you can save so much time during it. So these runners are not too far apart, probably like 5 or 6 seconds. And we may see some interesting strats from Felix that may not be normal. He did start with Randomizer, I believe. He also has run Mega Man X 100%. which is another fantastic speed game. Probably on the caliber of this speed game when it comes to notoriety and popularity and skill. I believe that Solidus actually kind of came out of retirement for this tournament. From what I've heard, he wasn't really doing NMG too much lately. So, ooh, Rat's getting in the way of Solidus there. Yeah, these text boxes take a long time. There's a little technique. You can actually clear the bots faster with L and R if it's the last bots. I don't 100% know why or how that works. But we are off. Both runners get in the safety heart. Good plan. And just moving through the overworld. So one thing to note about this category is it's not only no major glitches, which means we can't do any crazy out of bounds, warps, anything like that. We have to stay in the bounds of the game. And the only kind of sort of exception, if you don't know how the game works, is some bomb jumps, which kind of look like you're going out of bounds, but you're not. And I can explain that a bit more when we get there. Now, we will see a few minor glitches. We also are going to see a lot of good play. We also cannot save and quit. So, long time ago, in the age of the olden days, save and quit was never allowed, just by default. So, a lot of the older speed games will not allow the use of save and quit to move around. Grabbing a bit of magic. Not sure. I see runners do that all the time, and I don't know why. I don't think you use magic in this dungeon. Ooh, Felix missing the optimal spot. Oh. So pick up magic. I wasn't sure if you saved time on the refill. That is news to me. Cool news. Okay, so that trick is a bit of a time save. You damage boost off of the Popo there, and the Popo pushes you into a spot where you can grab the pot, and then you move back in there, touch the button, and then bounce out from the damage. It saves you just a little bit of... Ooh, it's not really working out as well for Felix. He's gonna be at a half heart less than Solidus going into the dark rooms. Or the dark room, I mean. Oh, and that Popo getting in the way of Solidus. So I'll just get in the one cycle on those guys. Yeah, let's pick up a safety heart. It looks like Solidus is setting up, and looks like he's going to get the quick kill here. Oh, misses it, but just a little bit. So we are going to be getting the best item in Link to the Past, probably the most famous item from this game, the Pegasus Boots. And Felix killing the boss as well. Okay, and we'll see if Felix goes for the safety money. Kind of looks like it based on the way he's decided to talk to the Sessile. Yeah, he is. So he's going to go pick up these safeties. This gives him access to a little bit of extra money, which makes his money route a little bit easier to do. Also gives him extra money if he goes for the normal money route if he wants to grab an extra safety. Also, I'll explain spin speed. It's basically a storage glitch similar to item dash-in in, say, Wind Waker, or even similar to ISG in concept from Ocarina of Time. Basically, what you're doing is you hold out a spin, and then you release it, and then one frame later, you do a dash. And these two animations cancel each other out, which stores you into the run-in animation, and allows you to move a little bit faster. Or not a little bit, quite a bit faster, but it allows you to keep that dash while moving in multiple directions. You trigger it by moving onto a staircase after doing that. I don't know why the staircase is needed, but I understand the rest. And so we're in Desert now, which is basically a dash simulator. It's a bunch of lawn, hallways, dodging things, reacting to little bits of RNG. It's not too difficult, but it's not probably the hardest boss in the run, other than the final boss. We're also here in Solidus Mash's book. We'll also get to see our first instance of key dashing shortly. Solidus taking maximum dash, and he's definitely showing his knowledge of this game. Is he gonna go for the desert spin? He is. Ooh, nice buffer there. That was slick. And so here's our first instance of T-dash, and another sort of glitch. I don't even know if I count that as a glitch so much as just a weird interaction with the game. Basically, if you dash towards a door and you're on a multiple of 4 pixel, then you will dash through the door, because you'll basically hit the door to open it and move into it right after. And here's Lamos. This fight is difficult to do well. It's a lot of RNG that you have to react to very quickly. Solidus doing pretty well here. You want to shoot as many arrows into these guys as possible because it deals more damage than your fighter sword slashes. You'll see that sometimes they'll just do short little tiny hops, and there's nothing much you can do there. And he does it. So doing some more roll movement. We're going to see another quick glitch here. Another minor glitch called fake flippers. It's not used much in this run. If you're a randomizer player, you definitely know this. Basically, you jump into the water, and then if you move into a string transition, while still as you hit the water, you basically have 1 frame to move. You get a free flipper. If you did hit, though, you soft locked, so... Okay, and... we're about to get to Death Mountain, which is another source of major RNG in this run. Light World has a lot. Oh, Solidus, and this is it. So Dead Rots will just kind of freeze. And they'll block your way. And these cabbages are coming from the sky, and they deal full-hearted damage. The Dead Rots deal full-hearted damage. Oh, Solidus falls off after spin speed, trying to save a few frames there. That was not the best Death Mountain, but he's up there. Now we just have to deal with Hera. Not much RNG actually in there when you get to a decent level. That Dead Rot can be annoying though, that one right there. Ooh, Solidus doing the coolest looking of those dashes. Doing spin dashes here. He tried to do the thing where you got to take a break. I like that he's doing poke dash practice here. I don't actually know how. I think you just do a quick turn when you do that boom dash, or all the inputs in the same frame. And there's the big key for this dungeon. Oh, no dash turn required. Solidus doing the optimal-ish. Pretty sure that was pretty much optimal. I think there's a slightly more optimal way to do that room, but good room. They sold us, got the Moon Pearl with the bomb jump, another minor glitch. I like feel it's taking the break there. Ooh, Solidus falling. He was trying to get aggressive there. He also doesn't have the safety. Oh, so he can't get hurts. That's not very good for him. Yeah, he got aggressive there. He could have played it a little bit safer. Oh, okay, he gets that second hit. Okay, fast. There, very well done. I love that jump, by the way. That jump off that staircase. It's like my personal favorite thing that you get to do in NMG. You don't get to do it in like randomizer because you never ever take this cave, but it's so much fun to do. There's something satisfying about jumping down there. An unfortunate drop for Felix. I think he has to mirror here. Yeah. That's an unfortunate fall. Hair is honestly one of the dungeons you can almost lose the most time in. I find that I see a lot of runners lose time here if they're going to lose time anywhere in their run. Will he go for it again? He is. He was actually didn't even need to do the bounce there, I don't think. It looked like he was on the right pixel to just have the bomb jump work. Grabs the extra bomb there, which is good. Solidus not grabbing the mushroom. Solidus finishing up his initial money route. I don't know the sorcery that causes you to get past that that post without bonking. I don't know how to figure that sorcery out, but it's cool whenever I see it. Good room from Solidus, first room of Added Tower. Ooh. He will now not yet. So a lot of runners will try to dash through those guys. So he probably won't get a fairy where a lot of people want it. So you dash through there to basically prevent. You dash through there to prevent the prize pack from increasing, so that you need a fairy later in the run. Using both shots on the red guards, I like it. Using Boomerang to stun these guys. Very good bridge room. Felix grabbing the mushroom. And Solidus is in Adrenum, probably the biggest source of RNG in the entire run. You can get up to 15 blue balls, as they're called, which are damages that can't be, which are basically attacks that can't be reflected into Adrenum. So everyone obviously costs time. So far, he's got 0 after 3 hits. And there's the first. Hey, one more and we'll deal with only 1 blue ball. Nope, there's 2. And 3. Is that enough to force the 3 cycle? Oh, no, I miscounted. So that's 3, so that is going to be a 3 cycle. And so lawn cutscene here for Solidus. Felix making his way up the tower. Not super far behind. It's another really good dark room for Felix. Nice. Snags that key before it goes inside the guard. Nice. Gets the good RNG for Felix on those guards. The guard went down so he could snag a double pot and didn't have to worry. So now we're in pod where we're going to see probably the coolest time save. Not the longest, but the coolest looking. Only rivaled by the wonderful, wonderful Ice Palace bomb jump. That's one blue ball already for Felix. And 2 blue balls. Okay, so it looks like it's 2 blue balls. It's hard to keep an eye on. I don't want to miss bomb jump. Okay, let's... Oh, 3 blue balls. So that's another forced phase. Okay, we're gonna see bomb jump here. There it is. So that was 3. So 3 blow balls for each runner. And hammer from the hammer jump. So that's basically done by lining yourself up perfectly. Okay, so we got Felix in Dark World now. Solidus is finishing up pod. Okay, and just gotta get Kiki to their spot to press the button. Okay, and Field's gonna go grab his first key while we have Solidus going through the turtle hallway. And she had a great chill room, I forgot to mention that, while I was watching Felix do some overworld. Solidus taking the slightly easier but slower way of doing Helmasaur. You basically hold out your sword and then bounce off of him, hit with your hammer as you're bouncing, like when you would bounce off of him. And this deals damage but lets you stay in the front way. It's harder, but faster. Or sorry, it's harder to do without. I mixed up my words. Sorry, it is easier to do that for pretty much everyone. But you can save time because it is a lot faster, because the sword keeps the lag down a lot. So Felix picked up an extra key, so I don't think he's doing hammer yump. Just because of how he's routed these keys. Oh no, he is going to do it. He just grabs different keys. Did you do it enough frames? Oh, it's just barely. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Oh no, never mind. I miscounted what keys he got. He does need this key. He just grabs them in a different order. Good job, Felix. That was really good. Just barely, but he got it before falling, so that's what matters. I'd like to point out again that Felix did PB just literally before this run. So that's probably putting him on pretty good feeling right now. In NMG, it's faster to watch this cutscene than not watching this cutscene. Okay, and we are getting the flute activated from Solidus, while Felix is going down to the dark basement of Palace of Darkness. Aptly named dungeon, has a lot of dark rooms in it. And going into Thieves Town, dungeon number 2 for us, dungeon number 4 by the logic, or by, sorry, wrong word, by the game itself. The game wants you to do Swamp and Stall before this dungeon. which is comical, honestly. Ooh, gets turned into a bunny there by Bonkin. It's pretty low on health. Solidus is on a tear though right now. Grabbing the extra heart there, that's a good play considering he's on such a small amount of health. Key dashing through that door. Oh, he's low on health. That is a death. So those guys deal 2 hearts of damage. They are the Dark World equivalent of the rats from Light World. That is probably the worst death you can have in this dungeon. Wow. His instance wanted him to go back up there. The grasshoppers are the worst in this. He was just sitting right in front of Solidus. Oh no, he's at 2 hearts again. Solidus, my heart. My heart. Okay, run, Felix, run. Okay, he's gonna grab this bottle, and he's gonna grab this safeties here. The bottle, the net. He's gonna probably gonna flute to grab the powder, which is the best safety in the game. Felix activating the flute. Yeah, he's going straight to grab his powder. That is a very good play. Okay, he gets the door open. Okay, so that does feel it's a lot of extra time. Ooh, perfect dashes by Solidus in that room. You only save time by dashing if it's within 4.5 tiles. So that room's almost, I think that room's like 5 tiles between each door. Okay. Field's grabbing some extra arrows. Solidus getting through that fight clean. Okay, that cutscene's done. Now we're going to go do some side questing to get the Tempered Sword. Felix is much healthier than Solidus going into these rooms. Okay, so this is getting the blacksmiths. We're turning him home. We have to go in and out of the Dark World a few times. Or we have to go in and out of the house, then into the Dark World and out of it. And there's the Tempered. That deals a lot more damage than the than the Master Sword. Nice dash by Felix. And Felix going into the blind fight. Casually, this fight's very, very difficult, but when you know how to do it, there's actually a pattern that you can follow. And the fight will play out pretty much the same every time. Oh, he's gonna be... Whoa. He got through it, that's all that matters. So Stolwoods is a very fast dungeon. You only need the bit key to get the fire rod, and then you are done. You do a quick bomb jump, boom. So I'll just get in the fire rod. He's low on hearts again. He's playing this close. Doing the fire rod hit from the left there. Something I only recently found out was possible. And going through the dungeon now. Very good mummy hallway. Can get another heart in a pot up here if he wants. He does get it. Very good dash. Wow, grabs the key, doesn't hit anything else. Up, poke dash, slash, and wow, very clean. Holy crap. Very, very good fight. And that's close to the optimal strat for that boss. Switching the blue boomerang to stun some enemies, it looks like. Wow, that was a really good room from Felix. And we're going to see a little bit more fetch questing from Solidus. He's going to have to go get the flippers and the Quake medallion. Okay, and we're going to see Felix go into the later half of Skull Woods. We'll see how he deals with it. We're also going to be doing probably one of the fastest dungeons, for sure. Definitely the fastest compared to the normal way to do it momentarily. Ice Palace is normally pretty long dungeon casually and for most people, but we're going to be doing a huge, major skip of the dungeon. Pretty much skipping the entire thing. Let's see if Felix is able to pull off as good of a fight as Solidus. Moth, unfortunately, staying in the top left corner, probably the worst spot, but Felix gets it done pretty quickly. Okay, Soul just going through Ice Palace. I always like this mummy strat here. Normally they both, normally they can only take damage when they are in their shattered pose, but the way that we do it is if you only kill if one of them is, it causes both of them to be vulnerable, so that's what happens there. Good movement in the Ice Palace bottom jump run from Solidus. Now, I'm going to take a very small guess here and say that Solidus is definitely stipping silver arrows. I do not know about Felix, though. Felix going to go grab his Quake, so you can later get access to Turtle Rock. And then the Flippers so that he can have access to the rest of the swamp. Okay, he's risking it. I think anything kills him at 2 hearts in this fight. Oh, he clutches it. Whew. That was a little scary. That was really well done. Really scary, though. Holy crap. Felix now has the Flippers. Felix having a bit of trouble with this portal. That portal has no hitbox, I'm pretty sure. It's just in the center. That's it. Every other hitbox in this game is about as wide as a truck, except for that one. Okay, we'll see Felix do Ice Palace and the Ice Palace bomb jump, because I don't think there's going to be many people in this tournament who don't do the Ice Palace bomb jump. It's the dungeon is significantly longer. Like, I want to say it's probably a good 5 minutes longer to do without any glitches. I mean, I think that if you were if you were doing this run without Ice Palace bomb jump, you would probably want to you'd probably want to do Mire, I think, first, just so that you could rush the big key. I think that's what you do. So we are seeing Solidus do Swamp third last. So you will see some runners in this tournament, but neither of these runners do Swamp second last, and that's because it's part of the Gold Sword, Silver Arrow route. Felix with second try bomb jump, get into the dungeon fine. Hey, Felix. Oh, gets it. Does he have a fairy? He did catch one. Okay, good. Okay, one more hit and he's down again. Probably only, I think he only got the one bottle. Yeah, there we go. It's good. Whew. Fairy saved the day. Okay. So Felix just a dungeonish behind. Yeah, probably behind by about the length of that Ice Palace. Felix going for the quick ward. Oh man, the item dash strat. Holy crap, I love it. Okay, so if you don't know what he just did there, basically he was doing item dashes with his sword out. He is essentially... Oh, okay, is this going to be perfect? No. Unfortunate. Very close. Wow, that was insane. Okay, so what he just did there is he basically pressed dash and item on the same frame, killing those puffballs in one attack. Like, that strat is insane. I mean, he got it. He almost zero cycled it, but he got it just as the boss decided to do his, like, spin the puffballs around. So, unfortunately, he had to sit there and wait for the cycle to finish. So it was basically a one cycle, but that was nuts. But that is the optimal fight there. It is always cool to see strats as good as that. I feel it's hitting the switch, didn't drown his key. It's very hard to drown the key. It's impossible to drown the key in normal play. By the way, the reason we're up here is to grab ether. Oh, I thought that was going to block in. Thank goodness it didn't. And there's our ether medallion. And onwards to victory for Solidus. Felix is finished with Bluffside Swamp, and he will be moving on to the rest. Okay, Solidus grabbing the key from this side that he's going to need. And Felix moving on to the basement now. Or the basement 2. I think that's the term. And on to the boss. Grabbing the safety hearts and hoodshotting them for the 50% chance that they become 2 hearts for some reason. I'm not sure why, but they do. feel it's doing the strat that normal humans are able to do. And does it very well, one cycle. Barely even lost time to Solidus's. Oh, he never got another fairy. That's unfortunate. He got dumpstered by the animation on that boss is very weird. The fact that he is a hitbox while he's in the air is very strange. Like, as he's falling, he is a hitbox, and that's unfortunate. Luckily, this death is not a very costly death. The water stays drained. Okay, so we're going to move on from that. It looks like Solidus is going to be about a mire ahead going into the final part of the game. Feel it's taking a little bit safer, making sure to not be above where he starts. Solidus playing another match close to the heart. Jeez. Both these runners with the clutch. So Solidus will be moving on to Death Mountain. And the final dungeon, Turtle Rock. Or the final regular dungeon. Okay, moving on to Mire for Felix and Turtle Rock. Solidus not forgetting the Ice Rod. Felix looking for the fairy in those bushes. I'm not sure the chance of finding a fairy there, but there is a chance. Solidus jumping off, trying to do the... I think it's called the toaster? The toaster hall room, or something. There's a... That room had something to do with toasters, I was told. Also, these dead rocks, seriously. They are not Solidus' friend today. Okay, it apparently is now called the Toaster Hall. What? But yeah, we're moving on to they're again about a dungeon behind. Almost synced up. Oh no, they are synced up. The animations, yay! But yeah, so Mire is basically how you deal with random moving objects, and Turtle Rock is how do you deal with not so random moving objects until Chain Chomp Room, where it's well, actually no, both these dungeons are pretty random. There's a lot of movement that you have to basically pay attention to. I think one of the rooms have 32 different RNG patterns. The double, what are those tall guys called? You know, those guys. Oh man, my brain is apparently exploding right now. The cactus enemies, yes. But we are... Oh, right, they're called Hokubokus. We are... Solus, I very much doubt, is going to get the Mirror Shield. Wow! Okay, that was just, Okay. Oh, nice by Solidus there. That is really cool strat. Oh, he didn't get the invincibility frames there, unfortunately. He also has barely enough magic to get through this. He literally can use one more Samaria. Luckily, you can't fall off of this then. Alright, Mirror Bridge, or sorry, Laser Bridge, where we need to get exactly one chest, the last one. Using his last tiny little itsy bit of magic to get rid of that guy who has the same amount of health as Helmasaur. Yeah, those red guys are tanks. Apparently. Solid is getting bodied in this room. He's gonna have to be careful on Trinets here. Felix grabbing that fairy. Always a good play. Oh. He barely has enough, but he could do the damage boost in here, but he's off to the side of it, so I don't think he's going to go for that. Oh, perfect. Never mind. He got the 3 hits in. That was really good. Ooh, very, very clean. Okay, so Felix is heading to the edge of Turtle Rock. Going through the toaster hallway perfectly. That was actually supremely amazing RNG there. Wow. Yeah, they are just one dungeon apart right now. This is very close considering the PBs are quite different, although Solidus is a bit I guess rusty, and his PB is from years and years ago. As far as I'm being told, he took a break. Okay, never mind. The dead rocks decided to hit him when he was picking up that rock. Okay, so we have Felix going to the... She decides to do the mirror. I like it. I do it. It's probably definitely slower. Solidus saving 2 warps there by doing a jump. If for whatever reason you're short on arrows, that chest by the drop down, that actually has 10 arrows in it if you need it. Oh, never mind. Felix didn't mirror. For some reason I thought he did. I thought he had already gotten this chest, but I made a mistake. There's also 10 arrows in this chest right here. Saw this with a decent Mimic Room. Mimic Room 2, though, this is the one that gets me, I feel. It's a bit harder. Gets bounced into the 5 arrows. That was convenient. Felix grabbing a fairy. He is low on magic, though. He's going to need to be careful. Doesn't want to be like me and run out of arrows, run out of magic. That is unfortunate. There's like no magic in this dungeon before you need it. Gets a fairy. That's convenient. Solid is having some issues with this third room. Sorry. Very good room there from Solidus. Switching the fire rod to get that easy kill on the skeleton and doing a quick slash. That was a very wow. The end of that gauntlet made up for that third room. So gotta be careful. He does need magic. Field's also not getting the mirror shield. His chosen safety seem to be the bottle, the net, and the powder. Those are good safeties. Field's having a little... Oh, he's on one heart. Yeah, playing it safe, that's a good idea. Whew. Solidus making his way up GT. Switch to the there. Okay, he did it. Stopping to grab those 2 hearts, very good idea. Kind of hoping... I think he has a fairy, so he could probably avoid... Either way, there's some fairies you can powder, so... I still wouldn't want to use my fairy there, so better to hook. Ooh, gets lasered, but again, he has a fairy, so he can get revived here. Solidus went for the dash. Unfortunately, Moldarm didn't want it. Solidus getting across the gap, going into the final part of the dungeon. And gets the dash through that room. That room is awful if you mess it up. I feel it's on full hearts right now. He's going to try to catch this fairy, it looks like. Probably a good one. This is probably one of the most convenient fairies that you can get at this point. The rest will require power. Will require going a little bit out of your way or stop in. That one just on the way. You can use it for Trinets if he needs it. If not, he's got it for Ganon's Tower. Solidus fighting Adrenum 2. Okay, and an actually large source of RNG in this run is the final Ganon fight itself. Oh, and to explain on Trinets why our runners swap to the rod just before killing a head, it's actually because you can't switch weapons, or sorry, you can't switch items when you are between while an boss is exploding. So each of those heads counts as a quote-unquote boss, so you can't switch items during the explosions. Okay, Solidus is on 2 hearts. He's got to be very careful here. Ooh, Good. I don't know much about this fight mechanically, and did that spin there, that first one, count as a damage on the fourth phase? If so, very cool. And so you just have to get 12 Temper Sword spins here. Only spins can damage this part of the boss. You optimally want 3 per torchlighting. And he gets it. Congratulations to Solidus. And Solidus finishes with an official time of 1:32:36. While Felix finishes up. Okay. Felix will be just finishing up. I don't know if he can. He might be able to PB. Okay. And he gets a quick kill there. And getting through the first mimic room. Oh, trying to sneak past the lasers. Getting the nice arrow kill on that blue guy. Oh, unfortunate for Felix. Oh! Oh no, he slashed and that caused the arrow to miss. But he has a fairy. Okay, we'll have Solidus in here for an interview in a moment, but unfortunately I don't have the ability to get him in here. Hello, Solidus.
Hey, man.
Sorry, I wasn't actually physically able to trade you.
That's fine.
Congratulations on your win. I hear that you are a bit rusty at NMG, but that was a really good run.
Well, I have been practicing and running it. I've been tense all day, and it's not good to start a run like that.
That's true.
Once I got through Lamos after like 5 cycles and had some trouble on Death Mountain, it just started getting worse.
Yeah, the RNG on Death Mountain did not treat you very well this run. But I mean, that's kind of that dungeon or that area in a nutshell.
I mean, as soon as I slashed at the Dead Rock, I knew it was going to happen, and then it was just me running around like a chicken with its head cut off.
There was obviously like Thieves Town, I think, was the worst, but I feel like after Thieves Town you seemed to be much more in the groove. It felt like.
Thieves Town, I just needed to slow down and take a breath. And that's what I did after the second death, and
yeah,
I just decided from then I'm just gonna try not to look at the time or anything else and just go.
Yeah, and you know what? You finish the Ganon's Tower and the Turtle Rocks were actually really clean. So.
Yeah, I suppose Turtle Rock was okay. There was some, I think, the Trinex fight. I went in about to do backdoor, and I just thought better of it the way the run has been going. So.
Right. Yeah.
You know, just getting down the head after 1 cycle was happy.
Yeah, I mean, you almost thought the ice had before it shot, but it did end up shooting out, so.
Yeah, I got enough slashes in. It was in a decent position that it didn't really affect me. Second land loss was another tragedy. That was
yeah, I mean, I won't sugarcoat. That one did not turn out the way you expected, although he did short hop you a lot in both fights. Like, that first fight was just like short hop, short hop, short hop, short hop, short hop, short hop. It was like, come on, dude, please.
Well, the spawns on the second cycle of the first fight weren't optimal either. They were in pretty bad positions, and the directions they went didn't help, so I lost a lot of shots at that.
Yeah.
Second fight, first one went in a bad direction. I didn't get a fire rod off on it. And then I think the bottom one took a bad direction too. Getting popped by the red guard right before the second Wizard room was a little frustrating too.
Okay, so he's on to phase 3 now. But yeah, oh, he's got the Torched Lich. Unfortunately, froze him there. So again, optimal to get 3, but he probably won't on this one just because he got that freeze there. Getting the timing for this is like deceivingly hard. You made it like easy. You made it look easy.
Yeah, depending on where you're shooting the fire rod from, you usually look at the last tile that goes down as a visual cue to shoot the rod. Because if you shoot at the same frame that the torch goes out, you're going to lose an input, and you're not going to shoot at all.
Yeah. Almost gone through it. He's gotta watch his magic here a little bit. He's gonna switch to lamp, which is a good plan. Just to make sure, you just gotta get through it. And there it is. Boss down. So GG to Felix with an official Speed Racing TV time of 1:43.54. Howdy, Felix.
GG, Felix.
Thank you. Hello. Sorry, I should unmute my mic, I suppose. GG. Well done, Solidus.
Thanks, you too. I heard you PB'd before the race, so congrats.
Yeah, I used up all the PB juice ahead of time. But thank you very much. You mentioned some tragedy.
It was just sloppy from start to finish.
Fair enough. I had a death on Argus that I don't think I've ever died to before in that way.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Chat was sad. Chat felt sad because you were on a really good pace. You might have PB'd again if you didn't.
I might have. That Cold Stare fight was not good either.
Oh, tell me about it.
Both of your everyone was a little bit worried on Solid. Because Solidus almost died, so that would have been.
I almost died several times.
You both almost died several times.
I came off the wall a little too early to do my spin, and it threw off the timing of the ice ball, so it popped me when I went into spin.
Oh, yeah, that's no fun.
Vitreous was another scary one. I actually stopped and took a breath along the wall after that lightning missed me.
Yeah, that one's kind of like terrifying.
But yeah, good job to both of you. There's still obviously more matches to go in this tournament for both of you because we're in Swiss. There is a lot more matches to go for us viewers to learn and watch. And then, of course, there's just an absolute ton of matches across the entire Speed Gaming Network. We're currently looking at having 5 matches running tonight, all at the same time. How do you and in fact there's going to be more Zelda directly after this, and then even more Zelda directly after that. Basically 3 matches in a row on this channel.
Yeah, I'm definitely sticking around to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you are into other things, there's the Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer Finals. Literally started like not too long ago. The bronze match for that, and then the finals. And then there's like Ori and Zelda 2 and Shantae. So I hope we'll cut it here so that everyone can kind of get ready for the next one. Do you guys have anything else to say about that run?
Why this game?
That was a good file names.
F to pay respects. Yeah, that was fun. GG again. Zealous, thank you for doing commentary. I'm looking forward to watching this back.
Thank you. I hope that we apparently found a new name for something by accident, because I misremembered the name of something. So you should have fun with that if you rewatch this.
Oh, now you got me curious.
So you'll see Strivo be very excited in VOD chat.
Now you got me really curious.
have a wonderful night, everyone.
All right,
Stick
thanks,
around if
Alex.
you want to see more. Peace.